Justin Hawkins rides again on the road, USA and Canada. Well, good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again on the road in the Americas. Today I'm in Minnesota, right on the edge of the Mississippi River. The old miss, the old man, the old lady. So this iconic river is the one that separates the Twin Cities. I'm only going to gesture like this for argument's sake, but Minneapolis, St. Paul, the Twin Cities, and it's also the birthplace of a band that I think inspired Green Day, Nirvana, Pixies, who in turn inspired everybody. I think a lot of stuff that we know and love as sort of grunge and a lot of hardcore music from the early 90s simply wouldn't have happened. And in fact, Nirvana's bass player said that what Nirvana did was nothing new because the band I'm going to talk about today had done it all before. It's exciting. So yeah, I'm going to run on and take you to another of these exotic American locations. Minnesota, guys, right on the edge. That's where we're living. Okay. Hey, mate.
Hey, mate. Oh my God, man, you're amazing. This guy.
This guy?
Yeah, this guy, Taylor. Oh, my God.
He thinks I'm Taylor Hawkins, the lead singer from The Darkness. He's not far off, I suppose. Anyway, here I am. Look at this. So I've made it. This is First Avenue, the club that Minneapolis royalty Prince performed many times in this place and also set parts of Purple Rain in here. It's an amazing place. We've played here a couple of times, actually. It's great. But the band that I'm talking about is not going to talk about Babes in Toyland or The Replacements or Fugazi, Sunny Day Real Estate, Bad Religion. There's them ones there. The ones I'm talking about are... Where is it? I saw it just now. Here we go. Right. Hüsker Dü. The band that inspired all of your favourite bands. Patient Zero of the grunge movement. I'll talk more about that in a second.
It's another dance song.
So who were Hüsker Dü?
Grant sings this one.
To their early fans, they were punks and they were hardcore. They outpaced their idols, the Ramones, with their speed. Their sound was honed in the basement of the record shop where bassist Greg Norton worked by day and the trio rehearsed by night.
Store closed at 9. By 9:05, we were downstairs making noise and would play until, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And we were playing every night, learning how to be a band. And it was great because there weren't any neighbors to complain about anything. And that's really where Hüsker really got going.
It was a DIY ethos that led them to launch their own label when they were rejected by Twin Tone Records, the home of Minneapolis contemporaries, including The Replacements. So for a little bit of context here, my band, The Darkness, released their first album, Permission to Land. It was 38 minutes long, 10 songs. And Hüsker Dü's debut live album, Land Speed Record, had 17 songs on it and came in at just under 27 minutes. I think one of my favourite comments under the album here on YouTube calls it an amazing collection of songs buried beneath a wall of speed and distortion. And that might be the definition of hardcore. Everything Falls Apart, a debut studio album followed, and the band toured relentlessly. And then things changed. Black Flag guitarist Greg Ginn signed Hüsker Dü to his label SST, home to other 80s acts including Minutemen, The Meat Puppets, and later Sonic Youth and Descendants. This was the beginning of an evolution in Hüsker Dü's sound. The intensity was still there, but there was a new melodicism, and that was down to the contrasting creative forces of guitarist vocalist Bob Mould and drummer vocalist Grant Hart. Mould's darker, angrier tone and Hart's melodic approach meant they were sometimes called the Lennon and McCartney of 80s punk. And it was that melodic take on hardcore seen in Metal Circus that was the turning point. College radio began to play their songs nationwide. And a year later, in 1984, Zen Arcade arrived.
When I discovered Zen Arcade, I thought, God, these people write songs, man. It's amazing. It's like the Byrds meets Black Flag, and it just blew me away. And the songs just stuck in your head forever, and they're just amazing.
The concept album saw the band transition from hardcore to alternative rock in tracks like Pink Turns to Blue, and Never Talking to You Again.
There's things I'd like to phrase somewhere, but I'm never talking to you again.
And it was this sound that inspired some of the biggest bands of the 90s. Zen Arcade and its follow-ups New Day Rising and Flip Your Wig played a huge role in convincing the underground that melody and punk rock weren't incompatible. Nirvana was one of the first bands to perfect the formula that Hüsker Dü pioneered. What Nirvana did was nothing new. Hüsker Dü did it before us, as Krist Novoselic said, and Dave Grohl explained how, with the Foo Fighters, Hüsker Dü might be my biggest songwriting influence. I've name-checked Hüsker Dü songs lyrically, like in Times Like These it says I'm a New Day Rising, which is one of my favourite Hüsker Dü records. And I don't think I need to explain the impact that the music of Hüsker Dü had on Green Day. You just got to listen to their cover of Don't Want to Know If You're Lonely. Billy Joe Armstrong has said that there would be no Green Day if it wasn't for Hüsker Dü. And there were others, among them Dinosaur Jr., Pixies, whose bassist Kim Deal was recruited after responding to an ad looking for a player who liked Peter, Paul and Mary and Hüsker Dü. Into a shady place. And even now, it's impossible to ignore the fact that a lot of the new stuff that I'm covering still has an echo of the Hüsker Dü sound. There is a lot more to say about Hüsker Dü. Their move to a major label in 1986, their album Candy Apple Grey, one of my favourites actually, and their split in 1988. Bob Mould went on to form Sugar, another band that I loved actually in the 90s, releasing the defining album Copper Blue, and is still prolific as a solo artist, and he's actually currently on tour.
It's always been this way.
I've often spoken about legacies on the channel and the importance of introducing new generations to the pioneers of metal or punk or rock or whatever it might be. And recently we've had some slightly differing opinions as to how that's best done. So let's not go there. I actually thought this would be a nice palate cleansing episode where we get to talk about an important band without one of them having to die for us to do that, you know. And I'm so sick of the mainstream bullshit. It's just so boring. But it's really, I think Hüsker Dü and bands like that are really interesting because if you trace back the sort of the I suppose the inspiration lineage, and you're talking about, you know, for example, a Machine Gun Kelly song, or like perhaps a Youngblood song, or something that's got slightly Pixies-ness to it. I don't know, to me it seems like everything's influenced by the Pixies at the moment. It's been like that for a while. But if the Pixies are influenced by Hüsker Dü, and then they're influenced by the Ramones, I think that lineage is a really important and interesting thing to track. So I urge you all to listen to the back catalogue of Hüsker Dü, not just because I'm here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, because I think when you look at this DIY kind of, I don't know, they're sort of simultaneously inventing a subgenre, inspiring a whole generation, and people still aren't really aware of their work. I just think that's kind of like, I don't know. I think it tells you a lot about what's really important, and how like a band with that sort of authenticity, that kind of inventiveness, can inspire such, well, just cynical nonsense a lot of the time, you know, and it's a shame, really. So it's important to go back and listen to the original stuff, because it's, well, first of all, it's better. Second of all, music. So, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and watch one of these 2 videos. All right, guys, music. Said it twice now. Okay.